finished their detailed outline of their case against former President Donald Trump.
When Trump won, you have to respect the Trump voter. You have to listen. There were so many Trump voters
with Donald Trump to stay as the party of Trump.
Because Donald J. Trump's inability to restrain himself.
Donald Trump, and it's about preventing this kind of activity.
What does mainstream media do after running a vindictive and false campaign against someone like Donald Trump, who no longer is the president? It continues covering him. Make no mistake, American liberal media is mindlessly covering Donald Trump even after his tenure has ended, and this will most certainly work wonders for the Republican in the times to come. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir Singh, and in this video we'll explain how liberal media is unconsciously working to ensure a landslide victory for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential polls. No publicity is bad publicity, and this works in Trump's favor as Democrats and their media cronies simply cannot get over Trump. The ex-US president is the favorite punching bag of Democrats and the liberal media, and therefore they are not going to stop talking about him. And this obsession with Trump is keeping him popular. Trump will remain a big name for the next 4 years and cause a big problem for Biden. Democrats themselves are putting all their weight behind the ongoing impeachment trial against Trump. They fear Trump and want to eliminate him from American politics by getting him impeached. Backing the Democrats' attempts are American talk show hosts and mainstream media channels like CNN and NBC. So, while Biden fails to control issues like COVID-19 and gun violence, apart from failing spectacularly on the foreign policy front, all that you hear is about Trump. There are two factors at play. Firstly, the American liberal media helped Biden win and will never dare to criticize him. Secondly, talk show hosts and mainstream media like covering Trump. It helps them get higher ratings. However, it also ends up making Trump more popular, and ultimately, he will end up enjoying greater leverage amongst American voters. People are watching Trump and will in all probability elect him with a landslide margin in 2024. No one in the history of television coverage must have given as much coverage as the American media is giving to Trump right now, even though it is entirely vindictive in nature. Some media channels are admitting how they have made every possible attempt to give the highest possible coverage to the impeachment event. Yet, others like CNN have run the ongoing Twitter commentary against the former US president. News hosts like Don Lemon were over-enthusiastic about Trump's impeachment even before his term ended. And then, late-night TV show hosts like Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel also tried to capitalize upon the well-organized hounding of Donald Trump. Democrats themselves were quite desperate about Trump's impeachment right from the word go. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the United States House of Representatives, went as far as wearing the same dress that she had worn in 2019 during Trump's first impeachment. Trump was the favorite punching bag of the Democrats and the American liberal media when he was the US president. But now they are giving him even more negative publicity. Trump is practically the only topic of discussion for the Democrats and the American liberal media. With this amplified coverage, Trump's enemies are only proving that the former US president was probably right all this while. There is an irresistible urge in the Democratic ecosystem to keep admonishing Trump, to keep vilifying him. And all this is being done in a desperate bid to exonerate themselves. At the end of the day, this obsession is going to help Trump emerge bigger and stronger when the US goes to polls in 2024.